Welcome into another edition of Training Camp Live presented by American Airlines as joint practice between the Cowboys and the Rams roll on alongside Nicole Hutchison. I'm Kyle Youmans. Let's quickly get out here because Dak Prescott is back in the pocket. He's going to take off and scramble. And we've seen that a couple times through camp. He looks good, that hamstring intact, and he's not afraid to take off and run when he needs it the most.
Yeah, I mean, he did tell us that he feels his best right now. He feels healthy. So you do love when Dak is able to use his mobility, but I mean, also you want guys to get open, his receivers. So we hope to see a lot of that.
So this is a move the ball drill. We've seen a lot of the red zone for the Cowboys offense. We saw some early down and distance scenarios for the Cowboys defense. This is legit move the ball with first down and 10 scenarios. And this is a call-it period where the offensive play caller, Brian Schottenheimer, is calling it against the defensive play caller from the Rams. This one overshoots Luke Schoonmaker, nearly an interception on the back end by Quentin Lake.
Yeah, I mean, you love that seam route that Dak loves with his tight ends, but that was a hell of a protection from this offensive line. We hadn't seen much of that all practice so far, so I want to give kudos to that offensive line for holding up time for Dak.
That's the California native, and Quentin Lake has been a California native all the way through. UCLA product, 26-year-old, drops the interception as Schoonmaker was the intended target. Now it's Dak Prescott back in the shotgun again. He'll give it on the sweep. Or excuse me, that was just a handoff to Williams. He plows through a couple defenders. Remember, just thudding up here, but he gave Cameron Kitchens a little extra oomph there.
Yeah, that's why they brought him in here. He's got that power when he runs, and that's what you need, obviously, from this running back room. Some of these guys have kind of had some struggles, but Javonte Williams certainly standing out today.
What have you seen so far through these offensive periods? I mean, the offensive line has struggled at times, but we've still seen these wide receivers have some success.
Yeah, I mean, but it's kudos to this Rams defense. I mean, they're giving them multiple different looks, 3-down linemen sometimes bringing their linebackers to the line and helping as well. So it's kind of confusing a little bit, but, I mean, you're starting to see Dak and this offensive line start communicating a lot better for these guys to start picking up things that they throw out.
Jared Verse out there. He's rushing against Nate Thomas. He does get around him. That would have been a sack and an interception. Jumping in front of that is Nick Hampton. Hampton, the former Appalachian State product, picking off Dak, but that play would have been dead long before.
Man, I mean, you never know when the heck they're going to bring those blitzes. They're coming from everywhere, whether it's corners, linebackers, you never really know, but they're doing a good job of disguising those. So, hell of a play from the defense from the Rams.
Verse just had a little shimmy inside and then broke to the outside. Nate Thomas couldn't adjust, and Verse would have been right on top of Dak Prescott by the time that play was blown dead. See what happens here. C.D. Lamb outside, lining things up. Little motion there from Ferguson. Prescott has the bootleg out to his right, and he dumps it off to Pickens in the flat. He's pushed out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Now, once this period's over, we'll go into some 2-minute drill, and that will be end-of-game scenario. Got about 3 minutes remaining here in this portion as the twos step back up. Ferguson walking off the field here as the Will Greer-led second string gets out there. I like what we've seen from Will Greer today.
Man, I mean, he stepped in. Don't know if it's, Joe Milton's hand or thumb. There were reports about that, but Will Greer has certainly taken advantage of the opportunities he has been given with the second-team offensive line and the guys surrounded around him.
Jonathan Mingo out wide. Hunter Lipke. Excuse me. That's Phil Maffa back behind. You got a couple tight ends in the formation that we saw, including Tyler Neville, who just put his man in the ground. He just took Brennan Jackson on a ride off of the tight end spot.
Absolutely, but I want to look back at that run from Phil Maffa. Brian Schottenheimer giving him a lot of credit in his growth. His vision has improved. Certainly on that play, it was a little bit of a struggle, a lot of traffic in there, but I do want to give props for Phil Maffa and the way he has kind of somewhat started to improve his vision.
Another jumbo set with a couple more tight ends. Maffa, the big back, gets the carry here. It's all about vision in these scenarios. You're trying to pick up a couple yards and continue on. That's what Phil Maffa is doing. Keeps getting praise from Brian Schottenheimer and the entire offensive staff for that matter. All right, here come the ones again. Or excuse me, Will Greer was just picking up the football. He's making sure the equipment crew had everything taken care of.
He's taking on all hats today. We gotta love it.
Jaden Blue is the tailback. Second string offense, second string defense. There goes Blue again. A lot of ground game work here in this period.
Hey, that's the identity that Brian Schottenheimer wants to make known of this team. I mean, you're seeing a lot of run plays. He made it known. He made it clear. But Jaden Blue told me yesterday that he wants to take somebody's starting job. That's what he told me. You're starting to see him stack some good days. Today's a little bit of a rough day for him, but hope to see a little bit more out of him.
3, 2, 1. All right, now moving into a little 2-minute drill. The scenario is you have to get to the 30, setting up field goal range. That's all you need is a field goal, but you only have 1 minute and 20 seconds to get there. Quickly, they go to Cavante Turpin on the first play.
Yeah, he's seen a lot more opportunities the last couple of days, or really the last week, honestly. And they made it clear they want him involved in this offense. He's improved as far as his catching ability, gotten a lot of confidence as well. See, there's Jakes Ferguson as well. We like that combination with him and Dak.
Yeah, working the flats pretty nicely here. You had the Turpin connection in the flat on that first play. Now it's Ferguson that gets in the action a bit. Haven't even utilized George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb as they get quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Each team has 2 timeouts. Cowboys haven't had to use theirs yet. There's a grab from CeeDee Lamb as he goes over the top and reels it in over a Rams defender.
Yeah, Dak Prescott having a lot of time there just because Brock Hoffman, Nate Thomas, who's stepping in for Tyler Guyton, giving him a lot of time there. So Brock Hoffman seeing a lot more opportunities with Tyler Smith off to the side.
You got to love seeing the offensive line back and forth. Tyler Smith has practice today, as we've seen. Now CD gets open, deep downfield, but it's just overthrown. Kobe Durant in coverage. CD had him beat, but we do have a whistle. Looks like it's going against the defense, and we may see some pass interference here.
Hey, the Cowboys had a couple of penalties that got them in the red zone drills earlier, so it's nice to see the Rams finally get some penalties, call for penalties.
Even CeeDee Lamb talking to the official saying, if you didn't like me, then you could have told me earlier. 30 seconds left. Remember, they only need to get to the 30-yard line to win the drill. They have not used the timeout. They have 2 remaining, and they're getting really close to that 30. They're at the 37-yard line, and this is first down and 10 after the penalty. Prescott, 5-step drop, plenty of time. Tolbert open. They do reach the 30-yard line, and so the Dallas offense wins the drill. We'll see if they continue. They got a little extra time here. Might try and line it up a little more with Brandon Aubrey in 24 seconds with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and shout out to Jalen Tolbert there. You know, CeeDee Lamb told me that he has gained more confidence when the ball's in the air, making those contested catches. So nice play by JT.
Made a nice little comeback route there. The ones will stay on the field, so they have won the drill, so keep that in mind. But remember, you never want to leave yardage on the field. You got 24 seconds left here.
Use up all the time,
already in field goal range. They're trying to score here.
Absolutely. Why
Tolbert
not?
Underneath takes a hit. Remember, it's just a thud is what it's supposed to be, but a little extra there.
Hey, the Rams are bringing that physicality. I mean, as to be expected. They've been practicing against each other for a couple of weeks too, so they're trying to bring all the energy they need.
That was Cameron Kitchens that made contact with Jalen Tolbert. Cowboys used their first timeout, 19 seconds left. Trying to leave no doubt. This has been probably the most well-oiled machine we've seen the Dallas offense moving with today.
Absolutely. Connecting with a couple of different guys. You like to see different guys get involved a little bit here. Certainly what we hope to see on Saturday.
Now, how about Lipke outside in the formation? It's Prescott underneath, sets it up in the middle of the field for Tolbert. Now they got to get up and spike it. Plenty of time here. 12 seconds, 11, 10, and that's what Dak's saying. And once everybody's set, he'll run this clock down, and then it's a Brandon Aubrey field goal that they would expect to win it. He does it with 3 seconds left. Perfectly executed from the Dallas scenario.
Yeah, something that they really struggled with, last year in 2024, moving the ball a little bit in that 2-minute drill, but certainly a lot improved this year.
So the ones get it done. We'll talk about what the twos have in store here.
The ones get it done. That was good.
What was that?
The ones get it done. That was good.
That is good. I can't hear you very much over the crowd and the music. All right, so here we are with the twos. Again, Will Greer running with the twos, whether it's due to injury with Joe Milton or just getting these extra reps prior to Saturday. Greer has seldomly been used. He had plenty of time in this pocket, wants to let it fly, but overshoots his target. He was looking for John Stevens down the right sideline.
Yeah, but he had Jalen Brooks right there waiting for him, just sitting down in that route. But hopefully he makes those reads a little bit better. But, I mean, when you have guys open like that, you can't miss that.
So here's Greer again. They put the tight end and Stevens in motion inside, then back outside into the slot. Then a check with me at the line of scrimmage as he resets things with this offense. Energy ramped up on this field. Of course, the defense for the Cowboys working on the opposite field. Here's Greer. Stepping up, throws on the run again, and he just had to let that one fly. Had to throw it away, trying not to kill time, trying not to waste the timeout, but they're running out of time now with the flag down.
Same thing, Kyle. He had Jalen Brooks wide open on the left side of the field. Got to make your checks down a little bit faster.
1:08 left. They need the 30-yard line to set up a field goal. This has not been as easy for the Cowboys' second team as it was for the first team. Now, you have Mingo, Brooks, and Jalen Cropper out there with Stevens. Those are the setup for pass catchers. Maffa out of the backfield. There goes Greer. Threw it, intercepted. Over the middle. That one picked off by A.J. Green, and that one will end it for the Rams defense as the Cowboys offense couldn't get it done on that one. All right, we wrap up a busy day of Training Camp Live. 3 videos. If you haven't already checked out the other 2, go ahead and check it out. Tommy Arish, Isaiah Stanback take you through the defense. Then me and Isaiah take you through red zone drills on the offensive side. And then, of course, here with Nicole Hutchison again. Busy day, lots to unfold. The film was both good at times, not so good at times. What are your takeaways?
I mean, man, this offensive line has got to take a step forward, right? But they have about 4 days to really improve that communication. So that'll help the rest of this offense put things together. I'm looking forward to this offensive line kind of taking a step forward.
I can't wait to see exactly what Saturday has in store, but we learned a lot about this team today and exactly where they benchmark compared to another team that is formidable and was in the playoffs a year ago. This is the standard that Brian Schottenheimer is trying to reach, and that's what Sean McVay and the Rams brought in today. A real good challenge for the Cowboys in this one. But again, you can catch Nicole Hutchison all week long on DallasCowboys.com. Girls Talk, Boys Talk, the podcast, getting things rolling going into 2025. For Nicole, I'm Kyle Youmans. Alex Lilly behind the camera. We'll see you next time with more Training Camp Live.